Morning exercises, January 1st. On the first day of the first month shalt thou set up the tabernacle. Exodus 42. And why was this period chosen for the erection? God has always reasons for his conduct, but he does not always give account of any of his matters. We may, however, make two remarks here. First, things that are the same to God are not the same to us. Our goodness extendeth not to him. Religion regards the exigencies of man, and when these are subserved, its provisions will be needless. John saw no temple in the New Jerusalem. All places are alike to God, yet we never feel in a common dwelling the solemnity that seizes us in the sanctuary. The first day of the year was no more to God than any other, but it would render the service more memorable and impressive to the people. Therefore, says he, on the first day of the first month shalt thou set up the tabernacle. Secondly, it is well to begin a new year with some good work, and to commence serving God after a new manner. And have we no tabernacle to set up on this first day of the first month? Let us begin the year with solemn reflection, and say with Job, when a few years are come, I shall go the way whence I shall not return. Let me not only believe this, but think of it, and feel the importance of the sentiment. Yes, in a little time I shall be no more seen. How, where shall I then be disposed of? The seasons will return as before, but the places that now know me will know me no more forever. Will this be a curse or a blessing? If I die in my sins, I shall return no more to my possessions and enjoyments, to the calls of mercy, to the throne of grace, to the house of prayer. If I die in the Lord, I shall, O blessed impossibility, return no more to these thorns and briars, to this vain and wicked world, to this aching head, to this throbbing heart, to these temptations and troubles and sorrows and sins. Let us begin the year with self-inspection, and say with the chief butler, I do remember my faults this day. We are prone to think of the failings of our fellow creatures, and often imagine because we are free from their faults, we are faultless. But we may have other faults, we may have worse, and while a mote is in our brother's eye, a beam may be in our own. Let us be open to conviction. Let us deal faithfully with our own hearts. Let us not compare ourselves with others, and especially the more vile of our fellow creatures, but with our advantages, with our knowledge, with our professions, with the law of God. Let us begin the year with a determination to abandon whatever appears sinful, and say with Elihu, if I have done iniquity, I will do no more. Should the evil course or the evil passion solicit, let it plead in vain, while the Savior Judge says, if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. And if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. Begin the year with pious and personal dedication, and say with David, Lord, I am thine, save me. Through him who is the way, yield yourselves unto God. It is your reasonable service. He has infinite claims to you. You will never be truly your own till you are his. Begin the year with relative religion, and if the worship of God has never been established in your family, now commence it, and say with Joshua, As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. A family without prayer is like a house without a roof. It is uncovered and exposed, and we know who has threatened to pour out his fury upon the families that call not upon his name. Begin the year with fresh concern to be useful, and ask with Saul of Tarsus, Lord, what wilt thou have me to do? Let me look at my condition, my resources, my opportunities. How can I glorify God and promote the welfare of my fellow creatures? Is there not a Bible to circulate? Are there not missionaries to support? Are there none perishing for lack of knowledge that I can myself instruct? Have I no irreligious neighbors to reclaim? Are there no poor to relieve, no widows and fatherless to visit? Begin the year with more conduct in the arrangement of your affairs, and resemble Ezra and his brethren, who did according to the custom, as the duty of every day required. God has said, Let everything be done decently and in order. Much of your comfort will arise from regularity in your meals, in your devotions, in your callings, and your piety will be aided by it. Have a place to receive everything, an end to simplify it, a rule to arrange it. Leave nothing for the morrow that ought to be discharged today. Sufficient for each period will be its own claims, and your mind ought to be always at liberty to attend to fresh engagements. Finally, time, this short, this uncertain, this all-important time, upon every instant of which eternity depends, will not allow of our trifling away with any of its moments. Resolve, therefore, to redeem it. Gather up its fragments, that nothing be lost. Especially rescue it from needless sleep, and if you have hitherto accustomed yourself to shameful indulgence of lying late in bed, begin the new year with the habit of early rising, by which you will promote your health and improvement of every kind, and live much longer than others in the same number of days, and say with David, My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and will look up. And if this be your determination, the season will be the date of your happiness. God himself says, From this day will I bless you.